welcome to the Betting On Show. We're here today to give you our free best bets for three massive games on the return to the Premier League. So on Friday, Tottenham versus Man United, Saturday, Watford versus Leicester, and Sunday, the Merseyside derby. I'm joined by my mate Anton. Anton, how's it going?
Yeah, not so bad. Thanks, Charlie. Not so bad.
How did you enjoy the return of the Premier League yesterday?
Yeah, well, I quite enjoyed it, Charlie. I know personally myself, I enjoy that bit of noise. I know it's not the most accurate with the shots sometimes and the crosses, and it's a bit funny. But I much prefer that to the German league where we've just had the raw sound. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was an half decent performance from City. Obviously, David Luiz. Not much to say about that. I saw he's 8-15 to never play for Arsenal again with Ladbrokes. They brought that price out today. But to be honest, I can see him playing for him again.
Yeah, absolutely shocking. And what do you think of that goal as well, or non-goal in the Villa game?
It's absolutely ridiculous, to be honest, Charlie. Like, the officials have to put their faith in technology. If they can't put the faith in it, what's the point in it being there? But I tell you what, if Sheffield United miss out on like a Champions League spot because of that.
Or if Watford go down because of a point by Aston Villa.
I know what you mean.
Anyway, we'll give the free bet. Oh, and last night, tell us about your bet. We had one winner and one really close effort.
Yeah, so the main bet of the night, Charlie, was an even money shot, which Betvictor had boosted from 5 to 6, and that was Man City to win and under 4.5 goals in the game. And that cruised in nicely, even money. I said I thought it was a bit of a steal, and it proved it. We saw at times in the second half it was a training game for City. I was also a bit unlucky on the 50-1 shot we had. We had Kevin De Bruyne 2 shots on target. That landed. I think he had 3 on target in the game. We had Rodri to be carded, even though he came off the bench. That came in. And the last one was Xhaka to be carded, who went off after 5 minutes injured. So feeling a bit aggrieved with that one, to be honest. But back in on Friday night, and I've got another big prize for you.
Nice, we'll go into that in a bit, but I just wanted to highlight some offers that Paddy's have got for Friday's night game, because they are doing the business this week. First off, straight off the bat, 100-1 for new customers for Man United to win. So if you're not on the Paddy Power account, make sure the tweets are on our Twitter feed, 100-1 for Man United to beat Spurs. Second one, again for new customers, bet £10 on the game, and you'll get a £5 free bet for the other 7 fixtures in the Premier League through to Sunday. Like I said, you can get the links on our Twitter feed. 2 really, really good offers. And I'll leave you with Anton, who's going to start with his long shot for Man United Tottenham.
So yeah, as we mentioned before, I've got 3 bets for Friday's game between Spurs and Man United. Having a look at the prices for the win. Spurs 2-1, the draw 23-10, and we've got Man United 29-20, which implies a 41% chance that United will take all 3 points here. And if you cast your mind back to just before the coronavirus, Spurs were actually winless in 6 in all competitions, whereas United had gone unbeaten in 11, which pretty much tells you why United are big favourites away from home there. But my first selection, Charlie, I've got a 66-1 for you. And what that is, it's Kane and Rashford to score and Harry Winks and Fred to be carded. And in that selection there, we've actually got both top scorers from the club in Kane and Rashford, and both the players who've had the most amount of yellow cards there in Harry Winks and Fred. And Rashford's going to be back from injury for this one. He's had 14 goals between August and January. I think he's had a superb season. Obviously, we know about his actions off the pitch as well. Harry Kane, he's another coming back from injury. Mourinho's confirmed he's going to start, and he's averaging 2.8 shots on goal per game in the league this season. So I'm happy to have Kane and Rashford in there both to score. With the cards, as we mentioned, first up, Harry Winks. He's had 8 bookings this season. That's only 2 behind Jorginho on 10, who's got the most in the league. So Winks straight in there for me. Fred as well, he's had the most at United with 7, and I think it could be a bit of a feisty one. And Paddy Power have actually boosted this to 66-1, which I think is a superb price. I've had a look around. Coral 40 to 1, Bet365 50 to 1, and I do expect that 66 to kind of shorten a little before the off. As I say, with there being both top scorers for each club, and then the two players who've been carded the most, so that's 66 to 1 for you there, Charlie.
I like the look of that. I think with Mourinho's going to be wanting the win very desperately, and like you said, it's going to be fast. I think he's going to get his players going straight into that. Man United's form has been unreal. I've looked in 11, they've won 9, drawn 2. They've kept 9 clean sheets and only conceded 2, so they're doing all right at the back. So Harry Kane's going to need a big performance, but it's him right in that Rashford's going to score in it. But sounds good to me.
Definitely. And my second selection I'm going for, Charlie, is around another player who was in fine form before the break, and that's Bruno Fernandes. We know how good he's been since he's come to United in January. Now, have a listen to this. Since he arrived in January, he's been involved in 63% of the goals, which is pretty phenomenal, to be honest. And the numbers just get even better if you have a look in there. He's actually averaging 3.8 shots per game, which is by far the highest in the United squad. And better to that, 74% of those shots have come from outside the area. Therefore, my bet for this one is Bruno Fernandes to score from outside the area. And that is priced at 10 to 1 with Betvictor, which I think is a cracking price for someone who just loves letting off rockets. We know he could be on free kicks too. Rashford is actually back for this one. We know he scored one at Chelsea earlier in the season. But 10 to 1, that's a 9% implied probability. For someone who has 74% of the shots from outside the area, I think I'll take that all day.
You love your outside of the area bets, don't you? Was Kevin De Bruyne close yesterday?
Well, funnily enough, Charlie, I actually landed a bet on Fernandes to score from outside the area against Everton. It was. I think he was priced at 14 to 1 that day. So the bookies kind of are considering that and the amount he is shooting from outside the area. But 10 to 1, I'm willing to still have a punt on that. It's been profitable so far this season. He's only played 5 games in the Prem, so it's coming in one of 5 already.
Sounds good, mate. Let's have your last one for this one.
My last one, as I say, my short price selection came in for Man City v Arsenal, and I'm going for one that Betfair had priced at 10 to 11, and they've now boosted to 6 to 5, and that's Harry Kane and Bruno Fernandes, both to have a shot or more on target. And I've mentioned both of them already, and I just think it's an excellent price that odds against. I think there's going to be plenty of shots from both teams, and Kane and Fernandes, we've told you about their averages, and at 2.2 as a decimal, that is a very backable price for me.
Sounds good. I think from betting odds in the last 7 days, we've had 4 out of 7 of our short price bets coming in, so
excellent.
We're doing well, so hopefully carry on. That sounds good, Anton.
No problem, Charlie.